Driver Support System ADAS is implemented in Galileo Sky tracking devices. According to the statistics, the most frequent reason for accidents or dangerous situations on the road is carelessness of drivers. For example, when a driver is distracted by a phone call, or is smoking or looking aside. Not to mention the fact that frequently drivers do not observe the distance or have little time to react. Thanks to the technology of computer eyesight and special algorithms of processing video information, ADAS system controls the situation around the vehicle and also the driver's behavior and gives out warning signals. Depending on the functionality, there are different ADAS systems. We have integrated Galileo Sky tracking devices with the hardware complex AIDRIVING C7, which includes 2 video cameras, information processing unit, and external loudspeaker. One of the cameras is set on the windscreen for observing the outside. The second is set for controlling the driver's behavior. AIDRIVING monitors vehicles, recognizes pedestrians, bikers, motorcyclists, sees lane markings. The system warns the driver about dangerous approaching to other traffic participants by means of audio signals. Using the other camera, the system analyzes the driver's behavior and their features. When the driver has closed his eyes or is looking aside, yawning, smoking, or talking on the phone, the system identifies these fatigue signs and a sound notification is triggered. So, how does the system work? The system evaluates the speed of convergence with other traffic participants and calculates the distance to the objects. When dangerous approaching with other traffic participants or risk of collision occurs, the system warns the driver with buzzer. AIDRIVING also controls the movement along the lane. If the lane marking is crossed, a signal message is given. Apart from the cars, the system monitors the movement of pedestrians crossing the roadway, cyclists, motorcycle drivers. As a result of the system cooperation with Galileo Sky tracking device, the received data can be sent to the monitoring server. In addition to the fact of the event, the tracking device allows to transmit photos that are taken in the moment of dangerous situation. Thanks to this information, the fleet manager can take timely and effective measures to reduce accidents. Before setting up the tracking device, it is necessary to set up the system of driving safety with the special free software RS232. It can be installed in a smartphone or tablet running Android. The application can be found in Google Play. After installing it, you need to connect to the system via Wi-Fi and calibrate it. To set up lane detection, set the location of the first camera relative to the vehicle axis. And to detect the driver's face, select the location settings of the second camera. Then, connect the tracking device to the system. Note that the functionality is implemented in tracking devices by means of the EasyLogic technology. Therefore, you should use EasyLogic supported tracking devices. You can determine the possibility of EasyLogic support in 2 ways, that are specified in this slide. On the screen, you can see the minimal requirements and connection schemes for various device versions. Grounds of the tracking device and the system must be connected. By the way, the connection of the system of driving safety to the tracking devices of version 7 and base block gives an additional advantage, which is the voiced auto-informer of events. While AIDRIVING notifies the driver with different buzzer beeps, using Galileo Sky you can record your audio files for each situation. For that, it is necessary to use the tracking devices equipped with a slot for microSD card. For base block version, the firmware should be not less than 15.4, for tracking devices of version 7, not less than 2.0. The same requirements are relevant if you want to transmit photos to the monitoring server. Next, let's go to the device settings in the configurator software. On the Track tab, select Dynamic Archive Structure Mode. This setting is not needed for Galileo Sky base block and version 7 tracking devices. On the Digital Inputs tab, for the parameter RS232 peripheral type, you can select Nothing, or if you want to transfer photos, EasyLogic Photo Camera Handler. On the Protocol tab, mark the two user tags. User tag 0 transmits the code of the event, and user tag 1 transmits the error value if it happens in the process of data exchange. If you don't need to transfer photos to the monitoring server, play audio files, or if you are using version 2 or 5 of Galileo Sky tracking devices, then run script Galileo Sky /AIDRIVING no-photo. To transmit pictures or play audio files, run the command script Galileo Sky /AIDRIVING. Please note that the algorithms are downloaded from the server. That's why a working SIM card with GPRS support should be inserted into the tracking device. Wait till the command is confirmed by the device. In a few minutes, you can check if that algorithm is downloaded in the Device tab. The tracking device transfers a large list of events to the monitoring server. The numbers define the event code. You can see the description of the event next to it. Apart from the event, the tracking device also transmits the pictures that correspond to this event. To play the audio file, create a catalog ADAS in the root of the microSD card and place the files in this format. File names should correspond to the event code. On the screen, you can see how the transmitted information is displayed in the monitoring server. Setting of AIDRIVING system to Galileo Sky tracking device is completed. The device is ready for use.